How do you normally spend time socially with people your age? Like, what sort of activities do you do?
I like to do chill things. I like to bowl and karaoke pretty much, or like play board games.
Sometimes they are formal gatherings. Sometimes there will be fat specific or body positive specific functions. Like there's an event every summer called Chunky Dunk. That's once a month and it's just a pool party.
Yeah, I had a party recently in Seattle where we just, like, all my friends came over and I didn't plan it, but like we spent the whole night around the dining room table just talking and playing card games and stuff.
Actually, mostly, yeah, my friends and I either do work together, so we're at work or we're somewhere where we're doing work, like in an art studio, or at somebody's house with their computers and we're doing work.
Honestly, that's very little time I spend socially because of how much I'm working. And if I'm not working, then I'm just exhausted, and sometimes I'm not taking full advantage of living in New York because I'm just don't have the energy to kind of like go out and experience what is here for me.
Mainly just hang out and just have a good time. You know, we work here from usually about 7 to 5, somewhere like that, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Sunday we'll try and go down the lake. We'll go down there and hang out, drink a couple beers, smoke a couple cigarettes, stuff like that, you know. Without your friends, you wouldn't have nothing, you know. And those are the people that are going to stick by you, and that's essentially what it is, you know, to be country. I guess you would say just out for your family and your friends. Really, you know, there is no friends. Everybody is family.
I mean, a lot of my friends are musicians. I have been going to shows since I was like 12, but usually I'm just hanging out and drinking with my friends. Usually what we're doing.
Just at bars usually, because like most of my friends work 9 to 5s, and so when they get off work we just go to a bar and like eat awesome, terrible food and drink Miller High Lifes because we're cheap.
At bars or in parks mostly, or at parties at people's houses.
Go to bars and stuff. I would like it if we did like more other stuff I've been thinking lately, but I'm just kind of it's just kind of stuck doing this whole bar drink to get like, mentality. I guess it's pervasive amongst my group of friends.
It's sad to say, but my friends and I mostly hang out in bars these days. I didn't ever want to be the kind of person that said that, but it's true.
If you look at kind of like gay communities over time, there used to be a lot of like gay bars, for instance, and that was kind of where a community was created because you don't necessarily have those familial connections that you do when you're part of another like subset. But lately you see, at least in Portland specifically, a lot of those bars are kind of closing down.
How do people that you're friends with or that you know find other people to date?
A lot of them go to bars, which I think is dumb. A lot of my friends are in bands or they're in situations where it's hard to know if someone's dating you for you or because of your status. So usually meeting friends through friends is how everyone seems to be dating.
I'd had like a girlfriend, and then I started playing in bands as a teenager, and I was like, this is it. Playing guitar in a heavy metal band, I'm gonna have so many like girls clawing at me, and not one never got any from being in a band, never even got any attention. It's just like, that's just a sham. That doesn't happen.
Oh, I feel like people are not actually going out to meet people like in a bar as much as maybe once was, but I think through friends of friends and online.
I have friends who go on dates from like OkCupid and shit like that. I asked my girlfriend out on a date via Facebook, but we knew each other in real life. It was just so much easier.
It offers the introvert a means of finding meaningful relationships without having to go out to a bar and like basically like promote yourself and say you're looking for love.
It is kind of sad because some people just have relationships via internet now, though. And I think that's a little weird. Like, I'm more of an in-person kind of person.
I didn't meet my boyfriend online, but like he became aware of me via the internet and started following me on Twitter. So then I asked him if he wanted to do a show I was doing, and then he did the show, and then he asked me out via Facebook. So like if it wasn't for the internet, I don't think he wouldn't know I existed.
I have tried online dating, and I don't really think there's a stigma. I mean, and that changed kind of overnight a little bit, but I think now we're just so used to living our lives on the internet, like again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You know, I can hardly go without checking my, you know, iPhone for more than 15 minutes. But so I think it seems a lot more natural that you do all these other functions. You're telling people about what you ate for breakfast on Facebook. So like, why isn't it any different to, you know, meet somebody through that sort of connection, I guess?
I think now like the internet is, we need it. It's like a catalog. Like I don't know anyone who would be totally comfortable now dating somebody who didn't exist on the internet, because it's like, well, you know, what's up with this person? They don't have a Facebook page, they don't have a Twitter. Like, why? What are they afraid of? What's going on with them? What skeletons do they have in their basement?
But as far as the social networking, I tend to stay away from stuff like that because I'm an individual that I feel like communication verbally is a really big thing. You know, I'll talk your head off all day long, dude.
I mean, in one way, it seems cool, you know, instead of going to that one bar where there's 20 people, it's endless. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people. But at the same time, for me personally, I could never meet someone online. Just that energy around someone, and how could I ever know if I want to hang out with them unless I'm in person with them and I feel that. So for me, it needs to be in person. And I can just wait forever. I don't really necessarily need to find anyone.